very unnerving, and I have no idea if you can see this, but the vehicle in front of me is a truck facing me. It's so bizarre. Look at that. It's like, it's a truck on a flatbed, but having that front facing you is oddly disturbing. And we begin the journey home. I'm not sure why this camera case wobbles so much. I think it's because of the battery they go in. I think it's because they've got a big battery pack on the back and it makes the phone much heavier, so it wobbles like crazy because it is a significantly bigger weight. Like a pendulum, I guess, but upside down. Because, oh god, when I use this exact same camera mount with a smaller camera, like this beast right here, this doesn't wobble at all. It's rock steady. So I guess it is just a weight thing. I don't know if I'll be able to secure it in this case or not. I imagine without the case it'll probably be a bit better. I'm gonna try it actually with the other phone, see if it's any softer. Sorry, not softer, like looser, more wobbly. I don't know why I meant that. I got distracted. I was trying to stop at a crossing for not hitting pedestrians. So driving was first over actually formulating sentences. But anyway, I'm now obviously using a different camera. You see that the field of view has increased significantly because this camera has a much better front-facing camera. I don't know why, because this is like a 3-year-old phone now, whereas the one I'm using is only 1-year-old, so it should be better, but I don't know. But I think the wobble is significantly less on this phone. I mean, I'm not staring at the screen too much, so I can't leave shot for now until I look back at it in post, but I took this phone out of its big old battery case because that will make it much lighter, and I can't get the case out of this one. This one's like really on. So yeah, I pulled over, took the case out of this one and put this on that instead, and this one actually seems to be wobbling a lot less. So assuming that it actually is wobbling less and I'm not just going crazy, I guess that kind of proved my point. But honestly, I'm just loving this big wide camera angle. Look how much you can get in this shot. It's insane. I really don't know why they dropped the field of view in the next phones. It seems crazy talk to me. There's actually a phone due for release quite soon, or yeah, very soon actually, and there's actually 3 phones, maybe even 4, coming out from the same company. You know, like the iPhone has the iPhone and then the iPhone S or the iPhone Plus or whatever you want to do. This model actually has 4 versions. It's called it's from Asus, or Asus, how you pronounce it, Asus Zenfone 5. And they got the 5Z and the 5 Lite, and there's a 5 Max maybe as well rumored, but I don't know about that. And I'm torn about it because I want to get one of these phones and I want to get them to replace one of my phones. I've used 2 phones. I'm not going to get it as the 3rd additional phone. I have enough as it is, but I want to sell and replace one of these ones. Either the one you're recording on now, or you're watching this from right now, or the other one, my main phone, which I'm over there somewhere now. My main phone I record almost all the vlog on, and I render and I edit and render on that phone as well. So it's a powerful phone with a good camera. It does it all. This is like my secondary phone, which has a lot of data on it for mobile data. It has, again, a pretty decent, good camera on it and a very good front-facing, like, wide-angle one. And more importantly, it's got a flash on the back, which my main one hasn't got because I covered it in gunk. So I either get the light version of the phone, which is quite cheap, it's like 150 quid, sell this one for about that sort of money, maybe a little bit less, and replace that for this one, and then that will become my main vlogging camera. But that one, which it has 4 camera lenses on it, that's the big deal. There are 4 lenses, so it's got 2 on the front and 2 on the back, and both of them have a main really good lens and a secondary one which is slightly lower quality but big field of view. So the idea being I can leave it out of a big old case with no big lens on the back and just use the one built in because it's a good, big, nice, wide lens and a good zoom lens on it too. And it'd be much smaller, much more portable, much easier to carry than the big lugging one. But I'm worried that the internals are too low spec to actually do the rendering and editing on as well. And I feel like I may end up having to transfer them from phone to phone all the time just to get it to edit. And the only way I can actually do these vlogs daily is the fact that it is super quick and easy to edit them. If I have to move them from device to device or to my PC, worst case scenario, that's gonna kill it really fast and it'll make the whole phone redundant. So then do I get the higher end one, which has the much more powerful internals, to replace my main phone? So it'll replace my high-end phone with another relatively high-end phone so that it can handle the rendering and editing. But it doesn't have as good cameras. It doesn't have the same setup, 2 on the front, 2 on the back, and like 20 megapixel cameras. It doesn't have that. It has lower spec cameras. I don't know why they've done that. They've got higher internals but lower spec cameras. I don't know why they've made that compromise. So ultimately I need to decide whether, I mean, honestly I'd rather get the cheaper one because that's obvious, but I need to find out that if the specs from that can handle editing and rendering of all the video files. And if they can, that's probably what's going to happen in the next couple of months. And if they can't, then is the camera on the higher end phone still better than the one I've currently got? Because if it's not, there's no point. And if there is, then maybe I sell my big cracked phone and I get the high end one instead. I don't know, I just thought I'd share my thought process whilst I'm driving home in this big old
slightly less wobbly camera than usual, because that's what I'm looking out for. I don't know. I think it's coming out in like China in like a week or something, and then it'll gradually trickle out to European markets. But I don't know if I need to go for the 5Z or the 5 Lite. Time will tell, I suppose. I do some research. But before I get home, it is time to pop to my best friend's house, Asda. And sudden surprise jump cut to I'm suddenly at my house now, and I got food. Oh, wait till you see what goodies we're having for dinner tonight. Right, so I decided to go for bangers and mash. So we got some fancy looking bangers, which is sausages, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, but it's pork and Bramley apple, along with the mash, which is, I got some classic mash. I'm not mashing my own potatoes, I'm not a scrub, but I have got also, I also have got some hearty root veg mash as well, so that is going to be pretty sick. And then for dessert, some, the exciting bit, honestly, the dessert, cookie dough cheesecake. Cookie dough cheesecake, oh yeah. But not this cookie dough. No, not you dough. No. So I've been pottering around the office, just tidying up things a little bit. I mean, not that you can tell, am I right? But it's come to my attention that I think I've lost a hard drive. Like, physically misplaced 2 terabytes of data. And I can't think where it could be. I had the full intention of plugging it into this PC ages ago. Like, I thought I'll put it to there because I'm going to be recording more videos. Touch all the wood in the world, fingers crossed, and all that stuff. I'm going to record more videos. I'm going to need more storage. And I have this 2 terabyte USB 3 hard drive that I used to record directly through Fraps. Like, I used to record directly through USB 3. And I know that's far from the best idea in the world, but it worked. So this time I thought, well, I've got a terabyte in the PC already, so I'll use that for recording things. Then before I get around to editing it, I'll slide it over to the big 2 terabyte storage. So I got the hard drive out, which I thought was this one at the time, plugged it in, and it was going really, really slow. I thought, I'm sure it was faster than this. I also thought there was a lot of stuff on there. I thought there was data on there, but there wasn't any data on there. And I've just now clicked today that is not the drive. That's not the drive I'm looking for. I have another hard drive. It's a black one, but it sits flat. It doesn't sit upright like this one. It's completely flat and it's metal with a slant. It looks kind of like a PlayStation 4. Okay, you know, in the junk around this, it's flushed. It's like an angle at the front, but metal, and obviously it's so much smaller. It's sort of like this sort of size. But yeah. But the most frustrating thing is I feel like I've seen it reasonably recently, and I cannot for the life of me think where it is. I've looked in a drawer where I thought it'd be where I got that one from, where I thought my hard drives were. And there is a hard drive in there, but it's not the one I'm thinking of. It's a much smaller silver upright one. But somewhere, hopefully in this house, there is a 2 terabyte USB 3 hard drive, and I don't know where it is. Like, you hear people saying, oh, I had an accident in the office last night and lost 2 terabytes of data. Yeah, maybe that happens, but you don't physically lose it. You might make a mistake and, like, destroy it, but nobody loses 2 terabytes. Oh my god, it's gonna drive me crazy. Up until right now, I didn't even realize I was missing it. And now that I know, I need to know. But I have now had the call from Josie to say that she is on her way, about 10 minutes away or so. So that means it's sausage time. Sausages are the most ridiculous thing ever, aren't they? Like, what is this? I've also just discovered that OXO cubes are actually an X shape. And if you don't know what an OXO cube is, it's basically just like a gravy cube that you put hot water on and voila, gravy, as far as I can tell. I'm not sure, I've never actually made gravy. But from what I gather, you just pour hot water over the cube and bada bing, bada boom, you've got gravy. But OXO is a brand of gravy granules, and I didn't know that I wonder if the other ones are O's. I'll have to check now, look at this, right? So, like, this is the OXO, like, that's the brand, OXO. I've used chicken. Should I have used something else? I mean, the pork sausages with apple. You wouldn't put beef with that, would you? Would you put chicken? I'm using chicken, whatever, but they're called OXO. I wonder if some of these are O's and some of them are X's. They all feel like X's to me, but I kind of want to find out. Maybe another day. Maybe I'll just put this back in the cupboard. Ooh, these are looking, what's the word? Cooked? Yeah, they look cooked. That's right. I mean, only halfway, but halfway is good, right? I have hopefully a rational fear of sausages. Like, I've never cooked them before, and it's been sort of quite ingrained into my brain that sausages that are not cooked properly can kill you. So, a little bit nervous, not gonna lie. When your mash tells a really good joke. Classic mash. Turns out nobody wants gravy, so I'm just gonna leave that there for a bit. But check out my sausages! Also, the root veg mash looks pretty darn good, and these have come out okay too. Happy until I die. And for the sausage taste test. Probably not poisonous. What's going on with you, Katza? You okay? No, you go sleep, it's okay. Oh, okay, let's not go first. Now my beard is getting a bit intense right about now, so I'm gonna have to trim it off, I think. I'll get my razor, I'm gonna have to set it to grade 4. Maybe look at this around here, look at all these stragglers. Yes, time to groom. And just like that, we're groomed. Looking a bit more trimmed now. Yes, right decision, I think. But I am now going to end the vlog off here because my eyes are burning. It's about 9 o'clock and I need to go to sleep quite desperately. So I'm going to brush my teeth, jump in the shower and slither into bed because that pillow is calling me. So I hope you've enjoyed today. If you have, a like rating is always very, very appreciated. Like, seriously, it means a lot to me. And I'm back tomorrow at 7 PM with the next daily vlog. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all later.